A couple years back, I shared a story about the loneliest time in a man's life is when he achieves everything that he thought would make him whole and happy, and it doesn't. I heard a story the other day about a Mexican fisherman. You probably have heard this story, but an American businessman goes to Mexico on vacation, and he goes out on the lake or on the ocean with a Mexican fisherman. And when he gets done, he asks the fisherman, he says, so what do you do every day? The fisherman says, well, I wake up every morning, I go fishing, I catch a couple fish, and then I come home and I eat the fish with my family. And the businessman says, well, that's just stupid. That's dumb. Here's what you should do. You should buy a bigger boat so that you can catch more fish and sell them at the market. And the fisherman looks at him and he says, why should I do that? And he says, well, that way you can buy more boats, hire your friends, and then sell them wholesale at all the markets. And he says, well, why should I do that? And the businessman says, then you could buy a fleet of boats and you could sell them wholesale and create your own canning factory and ship it all over the world. And the fisherman says, well, why should I do that? And the businessman says, because then you can make tons of money, retire, and then spend time with your family, fishing in the morning and eating dinner with them at night. You see, the whole time the businessman is trying to convince him to sacrifice his time with those that he loves so that he could make a lot of money to be able to retire and spend time doing exactly what he's doing right now. And see, that's what the world tries to tell us to do. The world tries to tell us that we need more, bigger cars, bigger houses, a car every 2 years, nicer this, nicer that. And we sacrifice all of these things. We sacrifice our time and our effort and our time with our family and our friends so that we can do what we're doing right now before we sacrificed all of our time. Now, I want to give you a tip. Here's the tip. All the stuff in the world is not secure, right? The only legacy that you really have is your love of God and how you share that with your sphere of influence, right? The people around you. Because here's the thing. All the houses, all the cars, all the legacy that you're trying to build so that you can pass that on to family and friends and children and grandchildren, all of that can be gone like that. It can disappear. The stock market could completely crash. AI could take over the world and all jobs are gone. And it could just be taken away. And it could be gone in a heartbeat. It's all digital anyways. We don't really own anything these days. But what you do own, what you do have, is your love for Christ and sharing that with the world. Because that, in the end, is all that matters. Why, Jesus says, why do you store up for yourself all the stuff here on earth, but not store up treasures in heaven? So that's the mindset of Monday of the day. Stop seeking for success in the world if it's taking you away from why you're even doing those successful things in the first place. I know it's hard. I know that the world wants you to do all of these things. Take a step back and do the next right thing, the first best thing. Share your love of Christ with your friends and your family. And that is the legacy that you can take with you. Because you know what? In 100 years, you've probably all heard this before, in 100 years, no one's going to know who you are. No one's going to remember your name. Your grandkids won't even remember your name. Maybe, unless you had kids when you're really young, right? Everything you own will be somebody else's. And unless you're one of the 0.0000001%, no one's going to remember your names in the history books. The only thing that matters is your love for Jesus and sharing that with those who are close in your sphere of influence, the people you have influence upon. Now, if you love Jesus, go share that with people. If you don't know how to share that, ask. If you don't know the love of Jesus, raise your hand and ask. I would love to share the love of Jesus with you. Now, go and be awesome for his glory.